I think monitoring and evaluation, without it, then there's really no accountability. You can't really say you've done what you set out to do, and actually what you've done has worked. So without M&E, how would you know that decline in malaria mortality? There is actually a decline in malaria mortality. And more importantly, how do you tie that to the specific set of activities that you did? So it's very much a performance rubric or framework, M&E, and it's something that everybody now, I think, if you asked this 10 years ago, people would probably ask you, what is that? What is M&E? What are you talking about? But now I think it's become so streamlined that people will ask you, what do you mean you don't have an M&E officer? What do you mean you don't know what M&E is? So I think there's been a really massive change.
It's very simple. It's really at the core of the programs we do. It's at the core of the well-being. To me, it's the issue of, I think there's that saying, what gets measured gets done. It's really the torch in the dark, just showing you how you move and where you're going, so to me, really that's what it is. It's about measurement. And when you measure, now you can know, are you doing very badly or very well? You can improve things from there.
While I was surfing the internet, there was this M&E online training by University of Carolina. And I think that's the first thing I did. I actually went through that training, did my assessments. I had the 80%, above 80% pass, and then I got my certificate. So I think that was my eye-opener to M&E. And having done that, I felt that I needed a bit more knowledge, something, some kind of interactive learning, where, face to face, where I could see somebody ask questions, sit in a class, ask questions. And I think in my mind, I really wanted that kind of training. I felt like I needed to go to the next level. Having done this online training, I needed to go to the next level.
Data is important because we keep track on how many mothers are being given the method, how many mothers are moving from this method to this method, so that we are able to know by the end of the 4 weeks how many mothers have moved from this method to this, how many mothers have opted for the long-term method. Yes, so data is very important.
Our biggest contribution right now is probably going to be a slight shift in emphasis from the M to the E. And I'm really excited about it because it's actually in line with global trend of value for money. It's a value for money proposition. So what? You've distributed 11 million nets. What is the impact on lives saved? What's the impact on mortality, on disease incidence? And I think we're in a very good place as malaria to answer those sets of questions. We're in a very good place as a program because obviously, we are also, there's been a lot of investment, like I said, USAID and all sorts of partners investing in the M and systems to get the data that you need to answer the E. So I think we're in a really, really good place.
Sometimes people are lost, in all these activities. People just go out, implement activities without really wanting to know, what impact. Yes, I've done this. I've given out this, this kind of information. We've given out nets. What is the impact? It's important to monitor. And like I always tell people is that even in the different focal areas, have a monitor, to be able to monitor the activities that you're implementing. Don't just go out and say, okay, we've distributed this number of nets. What? So what? Right. So what? You see, the M&E plan, actually guides us on what to monitor, what to evaluate. It has been like our guiding Bible. So, okay, we've seen a lot of improvements in our performance, because we are monitoring. Sometimes you do a lot of things, but because you don't monitor, you really don't know how well, you really don't know whether you're actually on the right path. But now we're able to know that we're actually on the right path. Mm-hmm. Okay, we can't say that we've always, sometimes you find that you are down and, you have to urge other people, pull up, okay, we are not doing so well. So actually, the so what is that we are able to know how the program is performing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And the program, is it performing well?
Yes, it is performing well.